What's going on, guys? It is CREWMARU Monday, and I'm ready to repair some stuff because I got a lot to repair. A whole lot. a lot. Been getting a little backed up. I'm also going to be taking April off, as I do every year. For those of you who don't know or just forgot or never knew to begin with, April is my birth month. And I use that as an excuse to take that month off. It's usually a not real busy time of year for me. So it's a good time for me to take off, kind of recharge, catch up. I usually almost always have to catch up on repairs around this time of year. For some reason, they just start coming in after the holidays. Maybe I'm moving a little slower. Maybe y'all are moving a little quicker. I don't know. But anyways, we got a lot to do today. I was working for like 8 hours straight yesterday on a big old Vegeta statue that I'm still not done with. I have to put in some sculpt, but I'm not doing that tonight because it would not be a fun stream doing that. It'd basically be me just looking down, mumbling, and sitting there working. So I'm not doing that. Instead, I've got some jobs here. I've got a Hush Batman, which I think I've got to redo the head, although the neck looks like he tried to tighten the neck here, and it doesn't seem bad, honestly. I popped it in there, but I guess it's not getting that satisfying pop we all want. So, but it's staying in there really good. But you know, some people want theirs a little more snug. So let's see if I can't do that. Shouldn't be too hard, really. I'm thinking on that one I should probably do this one first because I tried to clean this work area up as much as I could, but man, the dust was bananas today, and we didn't want that. So I wanted to clear a lot of that dust off. So I got a lot of the dust off, and it looks like we're doing way better right now. Had to hook up a freaking vacuum cleaner in here, which was bananas. But so let's get to this Batman. What I'm going to start off by doing is the same thing I always do. I'm going to add a little gel control. Now, you need to be really careful when handling one of these because it's fabric, you know, obviously. And man, I've got dust on my freaking super glue. Made sure I didn't want to get anything on here. What's going on, Plunderlings? Oh my gosh, you guys just been making my day. Every time I'm like I'm sure I haven't refreshed as much as you have, but I refresh the page several times a day just to see if anything else is unlocked. And it looks like it's going good. As long as it got funded, I guess I'm happy, but I will not be happy until everything is unlocked. I've put in enough right now to where I can cover more than what's unlocked, and I will continue to do so as we see more happening. But golly, I'm so excited for more Plunderlings. It's ridiculous. I was kind of going through my stuff the other day. I always have Cheddar in the background on my repair photos with this big old wrench helping me repair. He's one of my favorites, so I'm going to just keep hoping and praying and contributing that we're going to get more of those boys unlocked, because I know there's a lot of people wanting to see more reveals. Those oh man, those silhouettes are killing me. My mind's going wild. Oh, be showing more tomorrow. There it is. What's up, Ori? What's up, Chris? This is not actually an old Hellboy. I don't know why. I didn't recognize it at first, but it's the 1,000 Toys Hellboy. And dang, his wrist broke. I didn't realize it was the 1,000 Toys. I have this thing. I hope mine doesn't break. Looks like I could get this thing in order. Looks like it's snapped off right here. You can see, this is where it goes. And snapped off, and that's a real weird... That's a lot of hard plastic in there. But I bet we can fix it. We're going to have to heat this up. So we're going to take our heat gun here, and I hope this thing's plugged. God, dude, everything is covered in dust. I tried cleaning this up. I mean, I was in. I'm not even kidding when I say I was in here for 8 hours yesterday. 8 hours straight, um, dremeling down a statue of a freaking Vegeta, and there's just dust everywhere. I had to wear my mask, had my goggles on, had everything going. Oh, it was insanity. There's like dust everywhere. It completely wrecked my station. So I had to go in and I didn't think it was going to be this hard of a job, which means it's going to be a lot harder. It's taking me like a week longer than I wanted it to, so that's not fun. The guy's being super cool, but not what I wanted to do. Definitely didn't want to spend 8 hours on it. And now I got to sculpt because this thing was just messed up, man. It was like the neck wasn't fitting properly into the neck hole. And I had to go in there and God, it was bananas. And it was not having a good time yesterday. Oh, this is the joint. I don't know if this will heat up and pop out. Uh-oh. So I'm trying to get this out. I might have to Dremel this out and just make a new joint. Using that right there might actually be the better option, because whatever's in there doesn't want to come out. And if it's that stuck in there, then it might provide us exactly what we need to Dremel that out and pop something else in. Gross. So what I'm seeing here, like I said, I have this figure, but I've got a little ball joint here on the end of the wrist. What's up, Cameron? Yo, hi, hello, hey, bro. Is that a custom figure you're making? Absolutely not. This is the 1000 Toys Hellboy figure, and it's got a broken wrist. I am actually repairing. It's what we do here on the CREWMARU channel. We repair toys. I don't really do customs anymore. I hate doing customs. I really hate doing them. I do have like 2 customs left that I want to knock out for some friends. But after that, no more. Never again. Oh, you know what? So here's something interesting. So I usually keep scrap plastic around just to see what we can get into and what we can work around with. And I just found these. I'm not sure what these go to. I'm sure somebody out there knows. Looks like I've already used a piece for something here. And I bet this right here would work as our joint. It's kind of got a little bit of bend to it, but enough rigidity to probably hang in there, pop in, and I bet you anything this would work. Hey Bill, have you received a Mafex Batman yet? You mean this Mafex Batman? Is it a black Mafex Batman with a neck peg issue? Is that correct? Leonardo Shellhead. Oh, Leonardo fan. I feel like you guys are rare. I felt like when I was a kid, Donatello fans were rare. And the older I get, I feel like Leo has become like one of the least popular, which was interesting. When I was a kid, I was like, he's got the swords. Isn't he the most popular? But yes, I have received this Batman, if that's the one you're discussing. Just let me know, and I can confirm. I think I've got a package over here that I haven't opened up. I've got maybe two packages I haven't opened up. Maybe 3. They've been coming in like crazy. Yeah. I have. Is that what were you wanting me to pop that? So it seems like it fits okay, but I'm getting like the feeling that you want it to pop on, and I'm not hearing that pop that maybe you're wanting. So I did add some. I actually started this with him. Oh my gosh, you said you've been emailing me about it. For real? Well, that's unlike me. Usually I'm really quick to answer. I'm not sure if I've received it, and I've been standing on top of my email like I'm very on top of it, so that's weird. I haven't seen I haven't seen anything from you. That's really strange. You might, um, if you're on Instagram or whatnot, you might check with me there, um, at Bill Maru Toy Canics, and we can chat back and forth, and I can send you some stuff. Um, but that's really weird, man. I obviously we got the first one, so I'm not sure what's going on. I have been going through some changes on my website, but that wouldn't have anything to do with my email. My email's through Yahoo, so I don't know why. But your figure's safe and sound. Um, Sorry about that. I didn't know you were trying to reach me, but I'm glad you showed up. Especially for just your peace of mind. Let's see. We got Raphael fans, Leonardo fans. This world is going straight down, y'all. Just straight down. I'm kidding. Let's see. I want to probably put a decent screw in this one. So I'm going to use one of my larger, I call them my accident screws because I didn't mean to order these because they're bigger. But they're super strong. And they've got a lot of threading, and that's the most important thing you're looking for, is a lot of threading on these guys. Okay, cool. I got you, man. I will do exactly that. We'll make sure that whenever it turns and moves around, that it's not popping off and that it's going on well. What's up, Clockwork Orgy? I'm glad you're here. Talented artist. I'm gonna go ahead and close up this. Dude, you know what's funny? That's that Days of Future Past deal you did for Wade and whatnot makes me think of like I always, every time I see that, I'm like, how would they incorporate me, because I'm a narcissist like that. I wonder, it's like, oh man, imagine imagine like repaired, broken, and it's like I don't know, days of figures repairing past stuff. Oh, terrible name. You know, you gotta work for that. You gotta work on that a little bit. Days of Future Repairs. It's just like repaired or broken, trash, and it's like a picture of like a freaking like thigh modded Spawn. Any new pickups? Absolutely. We had quite a weekend. My friend Anthony and Ori here in the chat, Ori Omega. We went out to Austin, and before that, my man Ori found me just like everything I wanted, pretty much, from the NECA Haulathon. I got the four new turtles, the Mecha Bebop and Super Rocksteady, or Super Bebop and Mega Rocksteady. What's it called? I always forget that. Yeah, Super Bebop, Mega Rocksteady. Fugitoid. What else did we get? I don't know. There's a lot. Biff from Back to the Future 2 found me a Scare Glow. I only found the Biff, and he was with me when I found it, so I owe it to him anyways. That's the luck. That's the luck of the Ori. So yeah, actually a lot of new pickups. Also, guys, if you haven't heard, and if you've been under some kind of crazy rock, the Plunderlings Round 2 Kickstarter is live. We've got a lot of time left, but we've been funded. It's funded now, but we need more. We need more. If you're on the fence, just go get one at least. These are going to be bigger and longer and stronger, and they look freaking awesome. Right now, we're sitting at, I don't know, it was over 100K, which was the what we needed. But we want more unlocks. We got to get more unlocks. And tomorrow, Ricky said he's going to be showing off some of the stuff, the stretch goals. So maybe that'll insinuate some people. I think it's going to take another week or so because other people are going to get paid. They're waiting to see what else is being delivered. And right now, it looks amazing. The silhouettes are driving me crazy because I want to see the rest. So bad. I want to see the rest. But got to be patient. We got to shell out the cash. Put some love into the community, honestly, for a toy maker who is a fan of toys, who is a fan of positivity, who's a fan of all things wonderful. And that's Ricky from Plunderlings and the Plunderlings crew as well. We really need to put our efforts into them because I think it's going places. Looks amazing. All right. Yeah, dude. Leonardo, the freaking toy, the Turtles in Disguise is one of the best packs ever. Like, ever. It's amazing. All right, so I'm going to start this off. I'm going to Dremel in here. Try to be careful with these gloves because they can get caught on the drill bits. Hey, what? I'm just going to drill on this flat side over here. It looks like it's already got a bubble hole in it. All right. So we've drilled a hole in here. We're going to take this screw and we're going to see where we're at. This drill bit's not big enough for this screw, so we're going to... I like to keep it a little tighter though than the screw itself, so it gives us something to grab onto. I'm going to kind of wiggle that around in there. And before I forget, let me just take a few photos of this guy for the client, just to show where it's been broken. I'm not going to do anything fancy, just show them what I'm doing here. I think we're going to use this random piece. It always sucks whenever I use like a random thing and people are like, oh, what is that? What's that from? And I'm like, I have no idea. Keep a box of scrap plastic. You know what I mean? Always keep a box of scrap plastic for sure. So I think they've confirmed they're not re-releasing those Mirage Turtles, not with that mold, but they're gonna be making new ones. And also, I noticed on the back of the Fugitoid packaging, it says it shows them pictured with a turtle, and it says turtle sold separately. So maybe that's kind of a coy, I don't know, way of saying like more are coming. I would think so, because we all know that those things are not in stores. So we'll see what's happening. And I'm gonna Dremel this down a little bit, sand it. There we go. Maybe I'll move the camera up just a little bit so you guys can kind of see what's going on here. There we go. I think that's better. These pants are so ripped that the pocket's hanging out. Look at that. That's how you know it's good. Okay, let's bring it down to a little bit. A little bit. You don't want, so you're not staring at crotch all day. There you go. Yeah, imagine. I never really had an issue with the originals. I do know that the bootlegs that were sold actually had higher quality plastic, or more durable at least. And I know Ori got in some of the bootlegs the other day. They have the red masks, but the color is like almost... It makes me think of like the original Playmates Michelangelo. Like they're kind of a turquoisey color in there, a little blue in the green. So it's pretty cool actually. I think they look really neat. But I imagine they'll be coming out. 2003 would be dope, man. That'd be really fun. Those are cool turtles. I'll try to Dremel this a little more. You still can't see that, can you? Son of a gun. I always hold it like so far over here. This is where I rest, so from now on I guess I'm gonna have to bring the camera over. You think after a couple of years of doing this, for at least a year, you'd know. Alright. And then I'm gonna Dremel into here. Oh, hang on. Before I do this, let's double check where we're drilling into. I don't think this will be a problem. I think we can drill here. Just want to make sure I don't go in too far. But even if I do, I don't think they'll be able to see it. Let's see. There's a tiny little hole right there, but nothing that's going to stop us from Dremeling that in. Let's see if this will screw in. Figures from the 2012 movie. You mean the show? The Revo figures are pretty dope, man. Those are really fantastic. Revo was like the perfect company to make those too. Okay, you can see here that the screw is going to fit really well. Loving that. And we're going to see if we can't. See if we can't Dremel this out a little bit more. We just want this to go in a good ways. Oh yeah, this feels great. Cool. Absolutely. All right, cool. All right, that's gonna work. God, it's got a weird kind of texture to it. I bet you anything that super glue is gonna stick to this really well. Really, really well. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shave this flat slightly. Not all the way down, because we want to keep some of that there. And since I can't see what I'm doing, honestly, on this one, I'm just going to have to wing it. So technically what that means is we're going to have to create our own peg. And I'm going to probably model it after this one here that's already on the this side here. I need to grab myself a small rounded burr. See if we got one of those handy. I believe I do. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. You can see here the size comparison on those two. This one's obviously a little smaller, but we like that. That's good. That'll allow us to Dremel in there a little more and gives us room to work with. We're going to go ahead and put that in here. And so let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and drill out kind of a, I don't know what you want to call it. Basically a rounded hole, cavity, whatever you want to call it. This will be for our ball peg that we're making to fit. To go a little higher on this one. I'm surprised this broke, whatever it was. I'll be careful here. I don't know what I'm drilling into, really. I'm pretty sure it's just a ball that was in there. So what happens is whenever you get inside here, what you want to do is you want to kind of go down and then over, 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 over. You don't really want to go around in a circle going when you're going in. You want to keep like a so when you drill straight down and then you start moving to the left or right, what that does is it creates a hole. And then below it is a bigger hole, which allows that ball to pop in and not come out, which is actually what we're going to be doing. We're trying to do with this Batman as well. Now, let me Dremel a little more out here. I think we're getting there. This is some really like, it's crazy because the plastic seems really durable. I'm surprised this broke. And it looks like this is the official one. I can't tell. I'm not sure. I actually have the KO and the official 1,000 Toys Hellboys. I'm not sure which one this is. Feels, let's see. Oh, I think this is real because he's got joints inside. I've seen one of the KOs, like the inside skeleton is just locked. It's all one piece. So there's no bend, which is crazy. All right. So we're going to go ahead and attach this to see how far this goes down before. Because right now, what I'm looking at is this has got a little bit of room to go in. So kind of pegs in like that. And right now there's just a little lip right here that's actually catching inside of here. And I'm pretty sure we're getting rid of whatever was in there originally. Yeah, you can see there's a little piece right here that starts to come out. That's just all the, since we've been Dremeling, we're basically Dremeling out the whatever got broken off in here, we're trying to get that out. And it looks like we've done that. It's just really hard plastic, and that might be why it broke. It always makes me nervous whenever you get hard plastic joints on hard plastic. But so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to see if I can't match this, maybe smaller than this, just so it's going to be easier for us to pop this in and out. So I'm going to take this Dremel here, and we're going to start shaping this into basically a sphere. Which, in order to do that, you want to kind of come in at an angle. You'll notice, like, now I'm not coming in straight around like this, which is a good way to make it smaller. But I come in at an angle like this. Just kind of twist it. It's really nice that we have this long piece to work with, too. So we'll keep this going. And keep on rounding it out. And now we can start kind of doing what I was talking about earlier. I just like to get it rounded out first, a little bit on the top, and then you start kind of coming in at another angle at a different side here, kind of below it. And basically what you're doing is you're creating a ball by putting one angle at the top and one angle at the bottom, and it's just basically mapping it out for you. Because if this is too big when we attach it, that's okay, because we can always Dremel it back down. I feel like I always end up too big on these joints. And then I have to make them smaller, which is better than them coming out too small. And you having to try to make them bigger, which is also a possibility. It just takes a little more work and time. Alright. This is looking pretty good. I have not seen the Batman movie yet. I'm waiting to watch it on HBO whenever it drops. I think it drops probably like, was it 30 days or something like that? I think it was like 40 something days after it came out in the theaters. So I'm going to go, I'll watch it when it hits, and it looks pretty good. To me, it looks good. Everybody I've spoken to seemed to like it in some way or form. People that were fans of Batman seemed to like it. People that weren't comic fans at all, like a lot of my friends' wives saw it, and they seemed to like it. So that's pretty cool. I'm not really a Batman fan. I am it's funny, I like Robert Pattinson more than I like Batman. So I'm interested more in what he's bringing to the table than what Batman is bringing to the cinematic world, because I feel like we've told the story 1,000 times at this point, and I'm more excited for stuff like Moon Knight and stuff like that, just because we're getting new characters. I'd rather see new characters brought to life, and given that I've had Batman fatigue since I was about 6 years old, so it's not really my thing. I respect the character, don't get me wrong. It just was never really my cup of tea. I'm an Aquaman fan. Unfortunately, I don't like the live action version. But maybe one day I'll get one. Who knows? Comics are great right now, though, so that's all that really, when it comes down to it, that's what matters in my head. The live action stuff's cool, but the comics keep going. You know what I mean? It's fine that it's not an origin story. I know what Batman does. You know what I mean? Like, what can it's one of those things where I'm like, what can they do that's new with Batman? And they can't do. I feel like they can't do a whole lot of new stuff in the theater because it's too risky. In the comics, they can do crazy stuff all the time. I just read Last Night on Earth, which I'd probably give like a 6, maybe a 6.5. Started off amazing, I did not like the ending at all. And then there was also something that happened in it that I was just bothered by, that it was just kind of a throwaway idea. I felt like, but there was a lot of really great potential in there. Yeah, man, that's Samurai Chris. Man, rich people. Ugh. Although I love Moon Knight, so you know, you know how that goes. I love me some Moon Knight. I'm really excited for that. It's not Batman. It's always funny when people are like, "That's just Batman," but he's a little more crazy. I'm like, Batman is way more crazy than Moon Knight. At least Moon Knight decided to get, at least he's diagnosed. But I think I just dropped something important. There we go. All right. So as you can see, this ball is getting there. Let's see if we can't zoom in on that. There we go. Starting to form a little bit there. So what we're going to do is now I'm going to Dremel a little more because I know this needs to be smaller. So we're going to try that. Before I take this thing off of here, I'd like to see if I could try it out. Since I'm blessed with this being on a freaking peg, like this long bar is really cool to have. You kind of want to, it's kind of like pottery. You know how you keep your hands curved, if you've ever seen any of that. So you keep them at an angle, you don't, just so you can angle whatever it is your medium is that you're working with. And it's kind of what I do here. Luckily, this is a larger peg. I think we're about to deal with a much, 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 much smaller peg, which sucks. On that Dr. Nocturnal, it's definitely a wrist peg. I just glanced at it. Ugh. Not looking forward to that one. I said I'd go an hour tonight. I might go longer just because I'm in it and you guys are here. So that's all that matters. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep my focus, man. It's got a lot going on right now, and can't let these fall down. But like I said at the beginning, I don't know if anybody heard me or whatnot, or you guys, most of you guys aren't clients, although Leonardo has showed up tonight, which is freaking awesome, by the way. And Leonardo, don't think I'm knocking Batman or anything like that, man. I'm kind of blunt with my opinions on it. I'm not knocking Batman fans at all. I think it's cool. You like what you like. And I do really want to see the film. I do. I think the film looks quite possibly like one of the best Batman films since Keaton. And I love Keaton. I love Keaton's Batman. I could watch both of those Batman films easily whenever I want. That's not a problem. Somebody's like, "Hey, you want to watch Keaton Batman?" It's like, yes. The answer is yes. Let's do that. But yeah. Oh, what's up, Josh Smith? Rocker Josh is in the house. See, that's all you have to see is the one scene from Ghost. It's all you have to do, man, is see that one scene from Ghost, and you know how long it is. And I mean, I feel like somebody should be behind me right now, kind of caressing my hands and showing me the way. But it's just me and the Dremel, It's just me and the Dremel right now, Josh. It always gets weird with you, Josh. What the heck? All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see if this... I doubt it's going to pop in there. I can tell that this is... we got to go way smaller. We're going to go way smaller. We're going to turn this up a notch. See if we can't get through this quicker. A little faster here. Shave a little more plastic off. This is gonna have to be smaller too. It's a little long right now. You don't want it to be too oval. Too long. You don't want it too long. It's not gonna fit that way. And that's why I do it kind of like this rotisserie, like I said, like keeps it more even. And each side gets a little shave. Alright, let's check this out. So I also will take a razor blade. And kind of scrape it like so. Gets rid of that excess plastic. We're not cutting into it, we're just literally scraping it. When we do go to cut, we kind of just lightly, you don't want to press too hard and cut in. Just to scrape away into that excess plastic. So Leonardo said, he's like, when it comes to DC, I'm only really a fan of Batman, so I understand how you feel. It's funny, because like, my favorite characters are Aquaman, Hellblazer, or John Constantine. I love Deadman. I love Deadman a lot. I would I like the Spectre a lot. I think Animal Man's really dope. I think as far as the bigger characters go, I like Green Arrow. I can get down on Green Arrow. I think he's really cool. He can be a really, really fun character. I love his relationship with Dinah. I think that was always cool. But yeah, that's really what I collect in DC. Other than that, and Larfleeze. I love me some Larfleeze. I love that character. He's my favorite Lantern easily. He's just one of my favorite characters, straight up. Another thing I did though, whenever I was a kid, is like whenever I found out that all these people liked a certain character, it really pushed me away from that character. And I always wondered why. And I think it was due to find out why people aren't flocking to these. There's hundreds of other characters out there that you could choose from, and yet everybody tends to choose the same, like 5 to 10 characters, and it always bothered me. I was like, I don't. Not say, like probably when I was younger, I was like, "You're not original," but that's foolish thinking. It was for me. I wanted to like something different. I wanted to find something that was a little more special. I guess to me, that's how my brain worked. And so Aquaman worked for me because he was. I grew up on the lake. He swam. Why not? It's like seemed like a really cool character, and I loved his like relationships with like sea life. It made sense, you know what I mean? Like, so I was like, I really like this character. And plus I really, really like especially now that I'm older, the orange and green, it just works. I love it so much. The orange is my favorite color, so that works out double. Not to mention the character tends to resemble me if I cared about my body, so that's pretty cool. Sometimes I'll have him blonde and bearded, and I'm like, it's dope. I like that. So I don't know. That character kind of worked for me. As far as what was it? Julian was asking, what is Green Arrow's personality like in the comics? He's a smartass. Yeah, he's a smartass, and he's dang good at what he does. He's a little more humble than I think he gets credit for, but he can let his wealth get to him sometimes, which is pretty interesting. Yeah. Don Draper said for him growing up, it was Batman, Gambit, and Raphael. For me, it was so to follow your order, it was Aquaman, Nightcrawler, and Donatello. I love them, and those three don't really have a whole lot in common. They all exhume a personal things that I know about myself, and that's why I love those characters so much. I'd probably say I'm more like Nightcrawler than any of the other characters. Maybe Donnie, if he's written with a sense of humor. But you always like those smarter characters, man. Those things, I love them. That Aquaman figure looks cool, doesn't he? Even with his side eye. I don't know why McFarlane started to doing like painting side eyes all of a sudden. I saw the movie, the Batman Penguin figure the other day, and even he's got a side eye. I don't know what's going on there. All right, I'm just going to keep shaving this thing down until it fits. It's always best to go little by little, because when it comes to joints and pegs and swivels and whatnot like that, if you go just a little too far, it can really mess everything up. And we don't want to mess everything up. We want to make this right. We'll make it fit correctly. So let's see what we got here. Let's see if this will peg in here. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we can't keep what we have made and Dremel this out a little more. Just a little higher here. Try to drill out the glove area. As you can see, this glove area comes out like so. That pegs in, bends back and forth. It looks like there's a lot to go. It's got a lot in there, so I'm not worried about drilling too far. Yeah, I think Donnie might have been the least popular turtle as well. For me, it was #1 easily. There was no getting around that. I've even got a photo of me in like this Donatello costume back in the day. I look like freaking, what's his name? The 5th Ninja Turtle. Was it Zach or whatever? Let's see. All right, I think I've dremeled off as much as I'm comfortable with here on this. So I think what we'll need to do is, like I said, we're going to have to Dremel out more of the actual glove. I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think that's actually going to work out better for us. And since this thing's got a ton of real estate in there to use, might as well use it. So Plunderling said, by the way, thank you for joining us, Plunderlings. You guys need to go support Plunderlings right now if you haven't yet, or whenever you get paid within the next, at least week or so. We are at, like I said, it's their second successful Kickstarter. It's already been funded, but we want to keep pushing so we get more cool stuff unlocked. So look up the Plunderlings Kickstarter, Plunder Strong, Plunder Long. Somebody please link that. I should do it, but I'm using my hands. Ori, where you at, my man? So Plunderling said, yeah, McFarlane said in the Shartimus interview that the side eye is cool because it seems like they are looking at someone else in the room. It feels like that's an accident that they're like, well, you know what? That's okay. Anyways, so here we go. We've got this. I'm trying to see if this will twist in here. Looks like we've got it in. Although it's fallen over like that because it's not going to be sitting like this, obviously. But it looks like, yeah, that's a good fit. We got a nice fit in this thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this real short. And once that goes in, it won't have as much room. It won't have any room to move like this. It's going to only be able to move side to side. So we've got our peg done here. Let's go ahead and let me take another snapshot of that for my guy, for my client. Oh, you know, it'd be cool. Check this out. I've been trying to do this here lately. Whenever I shoot like a little something. So I used this random missile and shaved it down to make a peg, and we dremeled out this a little more, and you can see it's popping here. And this isn't going to matter. It's got a nice snug fit, honestly, but it's going to move like this. It's not used to moving like this, and it won't move like that because it actually attaches to this where it stays straight and will only twist, and it twists very well, very well. Won't come off until you peg it out. I think it would have been pull it out, but peg it out, whatever. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this. We're going to be very careful when we cut this because I don't want it to go fly off. When I talk about the 5th Ninja Turtle, I'm talking about the kid that was with him, not like Venus or what's it, Mona Lisa and all them. Although I think Venus is coming back in the comics, so I'm excited to see what they do with her. That'd be cool. Yo, okay. You have to tell me. All right, let me make sure I'm getting. Is it Josue Kaye? I need to know how to say your name properly because I hate it whenever I can't. Your name is very unique, and it looks like Josue, but I want to make sure. I want to make sure that I'm saying it correctly. I got a lot of stuff for you over here, man. Trying to knock out everything that came in order. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're actually Draper. We're getting a figure of that kid. He's coming. That's happening. All right. So now we've cut off this peg here with a razor blade, and we're gonna go ahead and we're going to insert this screw the way we want it to go in here. Let's make sure it's gonna fit. It looks like it is. Of course it is because we tried it earlier. Try not to clamp it too tight. And you say it's Joe. I just wanted. I'll call you Josh, but there's already Rocker Josh in here. Things are gonna get confusing, you know. I like the. Is it Joe? I just want to know if I was saying Josue right. I feel like I'm ruining your name, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so we've got this to where it'll come in. Let's see if we can move it without it breaking this metal piece. That's pretty good. Can we tighten it in a little more? We can. That's wonderful. That's what we want right there. So we're going to unscrew this. We're going to bring this down just a little bit. Dang, that was a perfect length too. That rarely happens. I'm going to grab my JB Super Weld, which is over here. This is a newer bottle as well, which is great. Let me take a snapshot of this while I'm thinking about it. And I'm thinking what's going to happen, and I hope this will happen. Hopefully this won't be too snug with the screw in there. But what I'm thinking will happen here is we can take this and the glove might actually be able to pop on and off. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you could. All right. So now we've got that on there. We just added a little dab of super glue. We're going to tighten this. I don't want to go too far in. Let's see how far this goes in. I don't want to go too far in and ruin this. Oh man, this is shaping up really freaking great. All right, let's go ahead and add a little more super glue to the end here. Now that we've got the peg attached and I have tested it. Now we're going to bring this into our peg hole that we've made. Go and tighten her up. Test it before we do anything else. Let's grab ourselves some paper towel just to wipe away any of this excess glue that might have got on here. And also we'll fill in any seams. Now we got to let that glue dry. And I'm going to let that glue dry before we go and snap that off of there, just in case. Just in case. You always want to be safer about it. I'm going to go ahead and take a snapshot of this. I don't want to say snapshot like I'm 80 years old. I'm going to take me a snapshot on that. Let's move this over here. And let's make sure, you know what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to change out our gloves. Oh man, that hurts. I've got a cut on my thumb from yesterday's Vegeta adventure. cut myself with my Dremel. I was dremeling and got away and cut the freaking glove and then cut my thumb and started bleeding. It was not fun. I had to clean myself up. All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Batman. I'll just let my hands breathe for a second. All right. I think it was my man Julian asked if I had a pickup this week. I actually did. I picked up something I've wanted for so long, and you can't see it. It's great. This is the SH Figuarts Armor from The Mandalorian. She's the best character in the freaking series. She's definitely my favorite. She's got dust all over her now, which is great. I wanted this so bad. It was one of those web shop exclusives. It was really freaking expensive when it was originally coming out. And then I found it also really expensive whenever I bought it, which was actually cheaper than anywhere else. I pretty much bought it for cost, which, yay me, I guess. I'm very happy to have it, don't get me wrong. But, god dang, those web shop exclusives are so dang expensive. It's easy to stay away from those just because they're too dang expensive. But that one hurt the most. I was like, I love that character, like, a lot. And that hurt to, like, not get her. But I found it. Fate intervened. Alright. Let's get some of that plastic off of there. Yeah, man, Todd McFarlane's been kind of weird lately about I've been saying some silly stuff about female characters and saying that boys want action heroes, not girl toys, and saying that he doesn't really make female figures as much because they won't sell, and I don't know. It's kind of a interesting hill to die on, but maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't know. I buy female figures, so kind of weird. All right, I'm going to change out my gloves here. Make sure I don't have any of that plastic dust on them. Started working with these. I developed an allergic reaction to something the other day, and I still don't know what it was. It was pretty bad for like 2 days. Hands were all burning. It's gone now, but now I'm just trying to be more careful. I was like, I don't know what I touched. Because I mess with figures all the time. I don't know if it was a figure. I don't know if it was something I ate. I don't really have allergies, allergic reactions, so who knows. All right. Clean gloves. Let's touch this Batman and not let him touch anything else. Let's see if we can't get this head to pop on the way our man wants this. So we're going to listen, see if we can't hear a nice pop, and if not, we'll just have to Dremel this guy out and make it work. Doesn't feel like it's going on. Looks like something's already been done here. I'm going to go ahead and Dremel this out a little bit. Let's get out some of that excess stuff that's already in there. We don't need any of that. Now that I think about it, we also want to make sure that this thing fits. I kind of want this head untouched so I know that if this fits properly, then the unmasked head should fit properly as well. We're going to be real easy on this. All right. Dust it out. Look at that, my gloves match the Batman. Could have him. Batman. All right, enough of that. Let's go to it. All right, let's see what we got here. See if this will pop. Let's listen for it, see if we can hear it. don't think it should be that hard to push it on there, though. Let's see. Okay, so that's not going on. That's okay. What we'll do is we'll take a small drill bit. What the heck? Leonardo, wow, the legend Bill Maru is working on an action figure of me. Of mine, he means. Well, you could be Batman. Why not? Here's a fun fact and a nice little trick, and you guys have probably seen this before, but I'm going to show you again. Let me find a decent bag. Ooh, this looks like a good one. So I keep all sorts of bags. I look like a drug dealer, but it's just for plastic parts. So what you want to do if you're working with a figure like so, I want to make sure I'm not going to bend it up too much. This might actually not, this might be a little too small. I should have a Ziploc in here somewhere. Here. So this guy sent me a Figma bag. I'm going to use this on this, what this Doc Nocturnal was sent in. This is actually pretty perfect. And I have others if I need to replace it. I doubt I will. Bag's nice and clean. He's a good collector. All right, so we're going to take our Batman. And we're going to kind of bunch up the cape a little bit. When I say bunch it up, I'm not bending it. Just trying to gather it together. So we've got something like this. So figure's outside and the cape is inside. And the reason I'm doing this is because I have to Dremel around the cape a little bit. I'm going to use this small drill bit here to kind of shape a little bit. And it will just help like keep any kind of excess dust off of it. And if anything gets on it, it's just going to be around, you know, here, which we can easily blow off. Okay. A couple little chunks in there I can see. So what I think we can do is I have a very small burr bit that I love using. Here we go. The one I showed you earlier is this guy. And this one here, I don't know if you can see, but it's much smaller. It's probably about a third of the size. So what we can do is, it's got a smaller insert here. We can put this guy in here. I like to keep it kind of, you want to make sure it's got a good grip, but also kind of leave this a little lead. So keep it out maybe halfway. And we'll drop this tension down. And what this does for us is this allows us to go in and around here. Obviously you have to be very careful, but what we're doing is basically going under the ball peg. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this light here. So I've got enough light. Sorry. Now look, the lighting's set right for Batman. Oh, look, I'm an angel too. There we go. That works. All right. Let's see what happens here. Very carefully around the ends here in the bottom. All right, so let's try to get our Batman head Let's see if he'll fit on it now. All right. Let's test it. That's probably a good sign. So the Batman head will pop off. This won't right now. There we go. Okay, we got it to pop off. It looks like the problem might actually be because there's a fabric. There's a big chunk of fabric right here. That could be actually hurting our like hurting the head that's going down in there. I don't really want to mess with that too much. I don't think that should do too much. It could be though. So we're getting there closer. Christopher Malone says, "Hey Bill, you got any custom figure projects on the go or have planned?" Well, since I don't really do customs, I would like to do a few for myself, honestly. I do have two currently that I need to finish for some friends. One is like kind of a half custom. It's more of a mod. It's a crazy Resident Evil figure that I'm working on for a guy, my buddy George, who I love, and he's being very patient. And then my other friend Jaime, who's getting out of collecting, so that'll be interesting. I've literally had it so long that he was always like, "No rush, no rush." And I'm like, "Man, you tell me no rush, and you'll never see it again." Because it comes down to the fact that like I get so busy with repairs that, you know, unless I got like a day to like actually work on something. But as far as like me personally, so I've got some mask heads that my buddy Anthony had printed, and then my friend Ryan painted for me. I'd love to do like a custom mask. There is a third-party yellow suit coming out, but I really want to do more comic. So yellow was really heavily... It was in the comics, but it's more made famous by the movies. There's so many cool outfits for that figure. One thing I really, really want to do, and I bought the clothing for it, is some of the clothing. I want to make a Max Payne more than anything. Max Payne from either 1, 2, or 3, but it needs to be in a suit, or I can have him in his leather jacket and tie, which the tie is so specific, it's really hard to kind of nail that down. So I talked to a few people, and man, there's some great 3D printers out there, some 3D artists, but it was like, that's a character I want very much. I very much want a Max Payne. But I want like at least 3 heads, you know, like grimacing. I want that old school face, just a standard, like a beat up one or whatever. Messy hair and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, if I live long enough to make a Max Payne, that would be great. Like if I find that time to do it, that would be fantastic. But we'll see what happens. Man, this thing is... I can't tell what is keeping... I'm getting closer, I feel, but this is definitely one of those... Yeah, Max... I mean, I loved all 3 of those games, dude. Yeah, man, I can't tell if this thing is like popping on or off. Oh, I don't want to lose your hand. Where'd you go? Batman's hand just took a dive. Dang it. I'll find it. Don't freak out. This happened since you might be new to the streams. Anytime I work on something, I drop something. But I'll tell you what, I always find it. I'll set that off to the side along with the other hand so we don't lose anything else. So is this neck, I can't remember, is this supposed to come out? Is there like a flesh tone neck that goes in there? Like the unmasked head, does it have a flesh tone neck? Oh, Christopher Malone, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the bald Max. I'd do the one where he's working security at the beginning where he's in the gray suit. I love that gray suit, man. He looks so freaking cool in it. He's just down on his luck and stuff like that. That's one of my favorites. I really want his jersey outfit pretty bad. Man, I feel like it's like going in. Yeah. Okay, that's for the blue version. Okay. Okay, so man. Let's see if we can't get some of this excess glue off of here. This head shouldn't easily pop off. Well, I can definitely get it to like probably stay on there. If that's what you're wanting and still have articulation, we can like definitely move like this slightly around. I'm just not sure like if it's in right now or if it's like if it shouldn't be popping off, then maybe we can Dremel this out a little more and see what happens. Maybe this like is too thick around the bottom. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe this got too thick around the bottom here and it can't pop in properly. And if we make the hole too wide, it's not even a problem. We can definitely put some, I'll put some gel in there, some gel glue. We should be able to get it on there. No problem. Let's see. I just want to make sure, I don't want it to be going in too far. I wish I could see how far down that thing's supposed to be. That feels right there. I think I have the blue Batman. I can't tell if it's like on and it's just not sticking right or if it's gonna pop off every time. It feels like it's in there like the way it's supposed to be. Let me take a look at it real quick. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, that looks great. Okay. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We're going to take a little bit of I'm going to do some of the regular gel. And we'll put this around just around the rim here of the peg. And then a small dab on the top. And what I do is I circle around it like this. Whenever I get a piece on there, I circle it around like this. Don't keep pressing, just kind of move it around, and that will basically give you a nice, even coating. So what I'm doing right now is I'm getting it gripping it, right? And basically we're having to make a new cavity here for it. I want it to lean forward, I want it to lean to the sides, but I don't want it to come off. Or if it does come off, it needs to have a lot of freaking pressure. What I want is if this head pops off, that's fine. We want the head to come off, but not the neck, like it's supposed to. So what I'm doing right now is just evenly smoothing this thing around. So since we did that even layer all the way around, now we've got this. Let's see if this will pop. I want to wait. I'm going to let it dry a little more. But yeah, we're getting a nice, even rotation on it. Twisting it to the side so we know. Bending it backwards and forwards so we know. And all the way around. Leave it alone for just a second. Configure? Are you freaking serious, dude? Oh my god, man. Wow. Freaking oh my gosh. Wow. I'm kind of speechless, man. Dang, dude. It's been a freaking minute. How are you doing? That's incredible. The configure. Wowzers. One of them OGs, man. That's amazing. That freaking made my night, dude. As if like all these great people in here couldn't make it. That just put that little, what's that? That little decoration on top, you know what I mean? Okay, so this is definitely at this point dried. So what we can do here is we'll take our Batman head. We're going to pop the Batman head on. And I'm going to see if we pop it off, see if the neck comes with it. It might. It did. Okay, so that's not a problem. Right now what we've got is a, let me take this head back off. So I want to make sure that we're making a solid contact. Make sure nothing's on my hands. Like I said, that's why we got our plastic bag here. All right. So we're going to, let me change this from the gel to the super weld. Trying to get back in the toy game, man. Good luck. A lot of sharks out there. It's crazy, man. It's still crazy. The freaking hunt's still on, though. I feel like we lost, I mean, not even before COVID, I feel like we lost the hunt mentality for a bit. I know I did. Maybe I just got older. I wanted a guarantee. All right, so we're going to take this neck now, and we're going to pop it back down. Now I've got some JB Super Weld on here. Doing the same thing we did a minute ago. What I could do is take this off, let it dry, and see if I can't pop it back on, which I might end up doing. But the best part about doing this is usually a last resort for me. Usually I like to put the glue on first, and then what I'll do is I'll pop, then I'll try to see if I can't pop it back on. My last resort is usually to put it on and do what I'm doing right now. But since this thing's kind of been kind of wacky and this plastic's kind of funny, glue doesn't really adhere to it. However, it does. I know that probably doesn't make any sense, but this stuff can really get wild, man. So let's see here. So what I'm going to do, pop that out. I'm going to add a little more dab of some super weld real quick. And sometimes these things just take a little more TLC. All right, so we're going to pop the head back on. Be careful. Go all the way around, and then I'm going to just pull it off. I'm going to leave that alone, and I'm going to let that dry. And we'll see what happens with that. If not, we'll just have to go back in. No big deal. That's how that works. Something just fell, which is a really important piece. Okay, so next up is the infamous Doc Nocturnal. His he had a little wrist break here. I don't want to show off anybody's address. We don't want to do that. I'm trying to think who sent this to me. I hope I'm just fixing the wrist. Somebody had messaged me about one that if he bent the knee, what was it? Who sent this to me? Let's see if I can find who this was. Ah, fantastic. I've gotten so many packages that have nobody's name on them. A lot of times I tell them, hey, put your Instagram name in there on a note. Like, I don't think people realize how many jobs I actually get in on a daily, and I have no idea who sent this to me. But what I usually do is I flag clients. You got some figures that need repair, man. Get on them. I got a lot of tutorials out there. I got a lot more I would love to put up as well. I'm just, for some reason, I can just never freaking get around to it. I'm so dang busy. Or I just want to play Elden Ring. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's all I want to do. Let's see what this... I think this guy might have sent me one. Nope, this is the guy that sent me the Hellboy. Crap. This guy, I think, sent me off some stuff. God dang. I got a lot of freaking jobs coming in. Or are already here. Like I said, I'm taking next month off because that's what I do. And, oh, this dude's package arrived. Package arrived. And I'm going to write, hang on, guys. Let me write this dude's name on here. Actually, he'll be good. Yeah, there's a little flag option that you can do on here for people who are sending you figures and whatnot. And I don't know where this guy came from, which might explain why I wasn't able to find, or I don't understand. I wasn't able to see an email from you earlier, but we'll see what happens. Let me see. Dang. Somebody had sent me a freaking message about this figure in particular, and he said that when he like bent his knee, something was weird about it or something. I can't remember what it was. But what I can see is a problem here is the wrist needs to be fixed, so we'll get to that part. It's usually a little easier if you... So to get the wrist out, I'll usually use these little end clippers here. Oh, that was my wrist. Ow. That's well made right there. That is a well made laptop stand. God dang. Okay, so we got the hand out. Next, does this come off of his wrist? This little communicator come off of his wrist? Because I do not want to melt that. I know how Mezco is. This is expensive. Oh, come on. Oh, it does. It does. Don't break it. last thing I want to do is fix this thing. There we go. There we go. Come on. I gotta heat the freaking wrist up. Come on. That's a cool little contraption. He's got like a little wrist communicator thing here. Didn't know we had that. All right, let's heat up this wrist. We're gonna pop this out. I think these are smaller. I just got done fixing 2 vapors the other day too, man. Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh. Oh, this just happened to be Chris's Doc Noc. Is that right? Well, you didn't really send me one, did you? Dude. You messing with me. Oh, this has got glue in it. I know this isn't yours, Chris, because it has glue. Looks like it has glue in it. Don't forget to hydrate. You are correct. In fact, it's a good time for that. But first, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't get this peg out of here without stabbing myself in the freaking arm. What the heck is going on here? Okay. That's weird. We might have to... This looks like it's been glued in. Oh, this is gross. Yep. Yep, I'm pretty sure this has been glued in. Dang it. That's really small to be glued in. Try not to shoot it into my freaking eyeball like a missile. All right. Might have to heat this back up, but let's see if that did it. I don't know if that was all of it or if I just broke more of it off. It doesn't matter. This wouldn't have been able to been reattached anyway. Golly, this is really a mess in here. Oh, I think that was it. I forgot these are really small. Sheesh. Look at that. Golly. Look at this thing. That's what it looks like when a joint is glued in. And whether this was the client's or not, I don't know. But only a fool would use glue on his peg. No, Chris, that's not true. It's just the uneducated repair. Not necessarily. Now you do it again, then we'll talk. Then we'll talk about fools. We've all been there, I think. We've all tried super glue. It's the worst though when somebody's like, I tried to glue it. And I'm like, that's the point of it, right? That's the point of glue. It's supposed to fix it for you. It's supposed to reattach things that have come, unattached. And unfortunately, that's not how it works. I'm not going to even bother with whatever this thing is. Let's go ahead and crack this joint open. So here's what we're going to do. We take the end clippers like so. You find the seam of the joint. This has definitely been glued. Boo. I don't know if I knew that or not. Maybe I did. I can't find the email, so we'll see. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I'm pressing way tighter than I want to right now. Way, way, way tighter than I want to. All right, so what happened here is it looks like the glue has gotten into here and it's locked the joint as well. This guy's lucky he didn't break both pieces, honestly. God, it's all over it too. Okay. Actually, I think if I was to take my sanding bit, what I could do is go in here from the side like so. I'm going to sand off this super glue. Sand that off. And so for this, we're either going to have to make a new joint, because I don't think I can reattach whatever that is. It looked like a chewed up piece of hamburger. And that is not something we want on our figures. Oh, geez, man. This is really kind of a tight fit, but I'm also wanting to make sure I'm not cutting into anything important. Okay, here's our seam. Found our seam. You want to find a seam. This is very this is a delicate procedure. I usually have to charge a lot on Mezco wrists just because what you're seeing right now. I know you guys have seen me fix wrists before, and I've even done a few tutorials. God dang, that is so tight. That's so tight I can't even slide a razor in. Ah, this sucks. Okay. We got a new one, boys and girls. You know, I can do the same repair. Or at least same break. I can get the same break in 100 times, which I have, it feels like. And sorry, I was distracted by one of my best friends who just joined the group, Bob the Odd. He says, "This nerd fixing toys, that other nerd broke." Shaking my head. Thanks, Bob. But he's right. He's right. He's right. What are we getting? You guys are... Yeah, it's almost plastic bag time. Almost. Usually you don't have to with these. Like, usually these will kind of crack open on their own. Well, not on their own, but obviously with a little bit of help. And you know what? You're right. I'm acting careless. I do need to get a plastic bag. I just had one a minute ago. Personally, I like a bigger one. Here we go. It's plastic bag time. You're right, Julian. You're right. All right, let's see if we can't... I don't want to split it because I actually want to keep this thing intact as much as possible. I hope that was a good pop. I really hope that I'm not going to open this up and see that I just broke the half and it's still... Drum roll, please. I did. I broke the half off, didn't I? God bless. You know why? Because it was glued shut. Dang, dude. Yeah, there was really no getting that one back. But, since there was going to be no getting this out, what we could probably do here, let's see if we got a joint that's around the right size. Dang it. Let's see if we can find a joint that's similar in color and size-ish. That won't work. I'm going to need one with the peg, though, now, because it snapped the peg clean off because the center here is, like I said, it was glued on. Technically, this should pop out now, though. And it won't. Yeah, because it's freaking glued on. Dang it, dude. Yeah, so what happens is they glued it in, and this just... Now it's on the ground. Here we go. Yep. That's a pain. All right, well, let's see what we got. See if we got any red plastic that might make this a little bit faster. It looks like it's a dark red, so I'm sure that's going to be easy to find. I've got bright reds. How visible is this thing? It's not crazy visible, so that's always good. Here's a darker red, but that looks ginormous compared to what we actually need. I'm gonna need them joint guides to help me out. This one's a little brighter red, but it might work. It's a little bit brighter than I'd want. I'd want like something like this. This mauve here looks pretty cool. I think that would be less noticeable than the bright red. Let's see what else we got in here. But just so you guys are in on the fun here. I try to hold on to all of these. I actually once bought a lot from my friend Anthony's Customs. When he was heading out, he was moving away, and he was like, "Hey, I got some, got these. I got lots of figures. You want to buy some?" And of course, just to help him out, and he helped me out. So let's see what we got here. I'm trying to find one, like I said, that's similar in color. Let's go and close this glue so it doesn't fall on something. Let's see, I got a package here. You're jealous of the box of joints. I thank you. It's been a long time collecting these. Probably over a decade at this point of collecting these things. They're hard to get a hold of, man, and they're very, very important. I get people a lot of times are like, "Hey, can I just buy a joint off you?" And it's like, which is kind of funny, but like, well, I use them for my repairs, you know. Ooh, that looks nice. That one looks pretty freaking nice. Yeah, I think we're going to go with that one. I think it's just dark enough. It looks a little dusty. Maybe it's not good enough. This red right here is like perfect, but it's got like craziness in it. And a lot of times these things are so hollow that you can't just shape them. You know what I mean? Like you can't just shape them all of a sudden. Because I always use these because I always have to make a smaller joint. I always have to make a smaller joint out of what I have here. This brown one looks pretty good. It's not red, but it's, you know, kind of close. This red one could use a little darkness to it. Gosh. Of course, it had to be like the most random of colors. It's not red. It's freaking like dark red. And apparently, I don't have that. I do have one more box I was working on. I was actually going to try to organize these the other day. I got about 5, maybe 6 joints in. Actually, I think these are actually all the ones that Corey calls them dubs or duds, but he always does some pretty amazing stuff. No, nothing in there either. Well, we got what we got, and we got to use what we got. Yeah, I know I said I was going to do an hour-long stream, but here I am. I mean, I got to get this stuff done at some point, right? I just kind of wanted to take a little time off, but you can see this stuff gets to piling up. And like I said, I'm taking next month off. It'd be nice to be done with the majority of what I already have before I actually take that time off. It'd be nice to not have to do any repairs during that time. What I do is if I do have repairs still while, you know, I'll still do them that month, but I won't take on any new repairs. A lot of times people hear this as like a freaking, like an alarm where it's like, "Oh, well, hang on, I was going to send this to you." And it's like, "Well, you got to wait till May now." It's like, sorry, man. Red one in the corner, you said? So, well, let's see. Here, I'll zoom in and you guys help me figure this out. Let's pretend this is your Doc Nocturnal. Okay, and it broke. And you tried to glue it together, and that didn't work for you. So here's our broken joint. It's right here. Here's another piece. And here's another piece. Put all that over here. So we've got this, and then we've got, we'll set this here. This looks to be the closest, is this one, to me. This one looks like it's a purple one that's been painted, so that's kind of weird. It's not bad, but I don't know if I could, I can't shape that and do that. And then there's these here, which are a little lighter. I'm not sure. I think this one's probably my best bet. But let me see if I can show you guys what I was talking about. So you can see that these have like a little, there's a little cross. I don't know if you can see that or not right here. And then this one's got one. This is more than likely, yeah, this is a Revo joint. So I'll show you what these look like when you crack them open. I only have one of these, so. So here's what I'm talking about. You crack them open and you get this stuff. Like, you know, this is completely, almost completely hollow. So there's literally nothing I could do with this one. This side right here is solid, but when you look down into it, this might work. Unfortunately, what we've got now is we need this to have enough room to form a peg because this broke off. Oh man, does that suck. Oop, there it went. That really sucks that this broke off. I figured it was about to too. I could feel it like just starting to crack. And like, so what I want to do here is I want to, you know, basically, I like to make another half. So at least you have half of the original one. But sometimes it'd be better just to like, you know, put something like this up. Unfortunately, again, let's see what size this is. Oh, watch, now you're not even going to come close to sticking together. I was dealing with this last night, trying to have something, can't remember what it was that I was messing with, but I could not get the dang thing to pop together. What was I messing with yesterday? Huh, I can't remember. Anyways, so yeah, that's not bad. I don't even think you'd even notice. It's a little lighter, I guess. So it's not the same red. It's purplish. A little brighter red. I feel like this isn't actually that bad. And I could possibly paint it. This one actually looks pretty good because, you know what, we should just try it. I can just try it and see what the client thinks. Because, I mean, when it came down to it, he might have told me it was glued. Like I said, I've had some of these for a little way longer than I would like to. Just tell Mr. Glue Stick that it's his fault. The peg broke, so the red is off. And then tell him Samurai Chris said that only a fool would use glue on his peg. Chris, you and Bob would get along so unbelievably well. It actually kind of scares me. It scares me how well you two would get along. Both of you are like awesome dio builders who use your freaking brains when you build. Like you guys, yeah, you guys would definitely hit it off. I could already see it. And it frightens me. I don't like that. Okay, so what we have here is this joint, and what we could do is we could drill a hole here and we can pop this in and then just shave this guy down, and we've got ourselves a fixed joint. Yeah, then charge triple and say you are a stick of glue. No, guys. Oh, the craziest thing is that I've got that Ryu came back to me with a different break. There you go. Bob, Chris, Bob. Pretty sure y'all were separated at birth. I'm pretty sure about that. Watch Bob be like, I don't want to meet nobody new. I'll be like, great. Thanks, man. I'm hoping this will work. Yeah, he said be afraid. There you go. Like two dogs meeting on the street. It's perfect. What I can probably do here. Look at him being cordial. Hey, Chris. Oh, stupid. Billy making me feel. Gotta say hello to people. Yeah, I own dios from both of these diorama Picassos, and they're my favorites. Faux show. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and drill a hole through this because that's what we have to do now. I gotta be real careful with these like rubber gloves though. Like I said, I caught a drill bit in these the other day and it sucked. I'm trying to be safe and not drilling in my freaking fingers. And he yanks it in there and like just drills it up. Okay, let's see what we got here. You gotta push on it. There it goes. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous doing that just now. I was like, man, I swear if this thing gets a hold of me. Chris is better. Chris is different. For a show. You guys excel in your definitely your own ways. I've actually combined some of the stuff you've made with some of the stuff he's made. So funny. You make these crazy lavish, like these awesome dioramas, and the one piece that I am still will never lose is this freaking Bob made me this awesome like ashtray. As you can see, like textured it himself, and then he freaking put cigarettes, like cigarette butts in it and stuff. It's kind of cool too. I can actually, if I wanted to, I could clean it out. Just kind of put some pins in it there. It's like a foam. It's like just some foam that he did. I can just put it back together and then put it back on the street where it belongs. So people can put the butts in it. Just drill your finger. You got others. Right. Yeah, 9 others. Oh my gosh, guys. All right, y'all need to stop talking to each other. I'm kidding. Lies are weird, huh? Okay. Might need a bigger hole than that. So since we've already got one drilled, we can go ahead and use a slightly larger drill bit. Let's see if this one's too big. I don't want to go too big and mess it all up. No, this looks great. This looks great. All right, it's getting kind of late, so I don't know how far I'm going to get into this. I would like to finish something tonight, at least. Oh, look at that. Yeah. It did. It caught it. Caught it. Caught that freaking thing. I don't know if these are like safer or more dangerous. Sheesh. Nothing's cut or broke. Caught that dang thing. Golly, man. I got a cut right here, and like putting it in the gloves is not fun now because it's sweaty and it hurts. No, Julian, I didn't see your joke. Before the night's over, yeah, go ahead. You gotta repeat it. You're gonna have to repeat it. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I was too busy almost drilling my freaking finger off, man. I gotta make this hole bigger. It's also like not very centered, so that's great. Oh, it is centered. Okay. Just need to make it bigger off to the right. Heard that buzz, my butt cheeks clenched a little. Yeah, 9-finger comment was just a joke, my brother. Yeah. See? Witchcraft. What's up, Josh? Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep drilling into this guy. This is probably gonna take a lot longer than 15 minutes. It's surprising me sometimes because sometimes this plastic's really hard to like drill. and yet it just snaps like no problem. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside because that's gonna be a thing. Let's see where we are with Batman here. All right, so we put some JB Super Weld on here earlier, and we spun that around, and let's see if this is going to give us that pop or if we're going to have to do some more. We might. So everybody, Julian says, I tried to sue an airline for losing my luggage. He lost the case. There you go. Josh asked how you joined the CREWMARU. You're in it, homie. Anybody that shows up here, or anybody that shows up here to watch these repairs, to chat with others. I do have a Discord. We have a Discord. Ori, it's really Ori's Discord, but it's called the Toy Canics. Ori, my man, he totally manages that. And then he'll let you in, or I can let you in or whatnot. If you want to be, if you're part of Discord, if you like that whole thing, then we can definitely get you in there. Chris Malone, 2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff. No, man, you just spread positivity, and you don't have to do anything else. There's no fees. There's no monthly fees, although I have been being encouraged here lately to start a what is it, a Patreon? Is that right? For, I guess, custom repair requests. That could be neat, huh? Well, I still have not been able to get this thing to go in and stay. I swear it's this fabric back here that's stopping it. It feels like it's just, there's so much of it right here. Let me see if I can't fold it up just for the time being. Maybe stick it under the cowl here, because it's already glued in. I just feel like it's like stopping this thing from going in. It's like a big fat chunk of it too. There's so much of it there. It's ridiculous. I hate that stuff. I wonder if I could like go in from this side like that, spin it around, then maybe pop it on. Let's see. So Chris spelled your name wrong, Josh. So that means you're officially in. That's all it takes. Chris can't spell because he's poor. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. Chris can spell. That's what I should have said, Chris. I should have said that. I'd be like, hey, how do you join CREWMARU? I'd be like, are you rich? If he's like, no, I'd be like, come on in. You're welcome in here anytime. No rich kids, unless you're nice. Then you can come on in. There you go. It's so funny, man. This thing bothers me. This dang neck. It's weird, man. It's like, it's almost like it's like not going down all the way. But I can't like pop it on there. I feel like it's on there, but I can't tell. I can't tell if it shouldn't go any lower than what it is right now, I don't think. Super weird. He said, who? Star-Lord, man. I feel like we had this on earlier that was really, really well done. And now it's just like not sticking the way I want it to. I think what maybe I'll do is go back to the, I guess the gel. Man, I've tried a lot on this thing. It's just kind of being a punk to us, really. The gel seemed to work really good. And this is the ultra hold here. It feels like it's just like pushing the stuff down. Like I don't know if I'm not getting that pop that I want. And that sucks. Like that's what I want more than anything right now is to get that dang pop in there. And for some reason, it's just not. I don't think I've ever had this much. Well, that would be lying. I'd say I haven't had this much trouble with a peg, but I guarantee you I have, and if not, probably worse. You have on a post Venom hold. What it takes to own a custom mask of yours. Oh, what it takes to own one of my masks. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Yeah, I was selling those for a while, and in fact, I just got some new ones in. So yeah, I was selling those for like, I think I was like selling for like $20 painted and like maybe 13 unpainted or something like that. So yeah, if you want one, let me know. I could probably give you a discount since you sent me figures also to repair. Wait, am I? Oh man. Like the Winter Soldier Customs, right? I'm talking to the right guy, right? That is correct, right? I feel sorry for the Leonardo. But he's like, is he gonna fix my freaking Batman tonight? Won't be for lack of trying, my friend. Oh yeah. I just did that Venom the other day. Yeah, like I said, I just got in a new batch from my friend Anthony. He actually doesn't sculpt. He prints those for me. A guy named Tyler actually did those, which is really cool. I think he's from he's like around Smash Labs partner in crime. Hitman Customs, I think he goes by. This thing is squeaking. I don't understand how it's not staying on. I can't tell if I need to Dremel the thing out more or if it's good or what. Tell you what, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to let that thing try to dry. We're coming up on 9 o'clock, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can't get Hellboy fixed up, and at least we get one repair done tonight. We started 3. We're midway through these 3. Let's see if we can't. I went ahead and clipped this heavy boy here with these clippers. So we need to, next off, what we need to do with this is I shave this down right here, this little piece here, right there. Let's zoom out. Or we can zoom in, I guess. All right. In order to do that, we need a sanding bit. So I got 5 minutes. Let's see if this works. Dusty freaking thing. God dang. This baby got used yesterday. It was nuts. You can see just how much, look at that, how much dust is inside of that right there. It's supposed to be gold. Look at this. You saw that, it was just now white. See if we can't get this cleaned off real quick and show you. It's a bit of a rough clean, but let's see if that's the color it's supposed to be. And it was white. 2 in the morning. Oh, that Chris. Duh. Crazy custom Chris. Chrissy. All right. We're going to take this guy. We're going to Dremel this down. I use this bigger one because it's faster, stronger. Sorry you're not seeing it right now, but you guys, most of y'all have seen this before. All right, so we've sanded that down smooth to where it won't cut anybody if they're messing with it. Now what I want to do is kind of move in here and sand it down just a little bit more. This right here. A minute ago it was fitting really nice, but that was before we put a peg in it. All right, so let's test this out. Let's see, we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes, Turkish. Back up. Let me take a photo of this. Okay. It's not the best photo ever, but because I haven't used my razor blade on this yet to get rid of this dirty excess. It makes me look like a slob in here with this excess freaking plastic. We don't want that. We don't want that in the picture, and we dang sure don't want it on our figure. All right. Take 2. Here we go. Get a good angle. Bam. All right. 2 minutes. Will this fit? Here it comes. This is 1,000 Toys. Let's see if it'll fit. Here we go. Here we go. That fits, but I don't. It feels pretty snug. It feels a little too snug. Since we put that, let's kind of sand it down a little bit, just a little bit. It was twisting, but that sounded good. Look at that, baby. Oh gosh, you guys can't even see it. We'll hold this joint here. See if we can't pop it off one more time. It's not moving. Haha, look at that, dude. It's officially 9. Wait, listen for it, listen for it. Oh, there it was. There you go, look at that. It's a chef's kiss, right? Yeah. All right, Hellboy's good to go. Hellboy's set. At least we got that done tonight. I hate that this Batman isn't done yet. It's bothered me a lot, actually. Actually, I might... gosh. I just can't get this thing to, like, stick on right now, so we're just going to have to just keep working with it. I can't... It's driving me crazy on this Batman thing, is that I can't tell... Like, when I put the head on, it looks... This is the right height and whatnot. I just can't tell if it's like just not pegging in or because there's so much in here. It doesn't make sense that this would just like not be pegging into that. I can't tell if like this thing still needs to be trimmed down or if it's just not going in or what. It's really annoying. Like crazy annoying. It's going to make me... Ugh. Like, I wonder... Actually, you know what's funny? I bet I could test this. I bet I could test to see if it's going in all the way. I can add a little bit of blue tack here. Just a little bit. And I want to see, just but enough to like really notice, hey, is this head sitting up? Oh, we can use one of these little red guys, can't we? Look at that. This thing's cool. It's too much. It's too much tack. We really don't need a lot. Just a little bit goes a long ways. So I'm going to just put this on the inside of the head real quick. And I'm going to see if it's, you know, pushing the neck out further. Because if it is, then we know what's going on. Definitely touched some of it, but it looks like it only touched the top half. I think this thing might not be going all the way in. So that's interesting. I gotta scrape all this freaking blue tack off because we don't want that on there. But it was a worthy experiment for sure. Interesting. So I'm guessing that I need to drill more of this thing, this neck out. I guess it's the neck hole that's too tight, which, I mean, is on par with a lot of the Mafex figures. You know, here lately, I've seen a lot of waist breaks from Superman to Batman. It's crazy. And like every form, like Dark Knight, Hush. So that's kind of concerning. I haven't seen any of the Spider-Man waists break, so that's always good. But I've seen a ton of their wrists break, so there's also that. Let's see if I can't get... Usually you can take your blue tack, stick it to other blue tack, and it'll come right off. There we go. Come here, you. All right, cool. So, I'm guessing, I don't know, man. I'm just kind of obsessed with this now. And like I said, if it comes down to it, this can always be fixed. Just want to make sure that I'm not going too deep. Or that it's just like not catching for some reason. It feels like there's like just not enough of the sides dremeled out, like inside of it. And I think I said that earlier, but... And like I said, I'll probably just end up having to make another cavity for this thing, because for some reason, this one's crazy defective. And we want to make sure that whenever this head... When this neck goes on, that it's not popping off every time he tries to change out the freaking head. I just don't know what else to do with it. Besides, obviously, Dremel it out. But the fact that it's like not popping at all inside, that's weird. Very, very weird. Not to mention, there's so much of this freaking cape fabric that's sticking out here. I hate that. That's a big problem with these figures too. So I'm trying to be real careful with all that. The weirdest part about this is that the head like fits in so well. The neck fits really well in there. It just won't pop in. I don't know. Sometimes when I talk out loud, I kind of talk myself through it, and maybe I'll figure something out. But I'm like, I don't know, man. Imagine if Mafex knows you or has seen your videos and are like, F it. Keep making crappy joints. This guy will fix them. I mean, if anything, yeah, you know, they just like shorten their warranty time. Okay. This is way more cost effective for us. I'm like, yeah, I'll fix it, man. I guess I'll fix it for you. This is where we are now. I'm just wanting to hear that pop. I don't understand how that didn't happen yet. I guess it just ain't gonna happen. It's super weird, man. It's like it goes in, but it's something should at least there should have been like a weak pop or something, or started out going gentle on this thing, but now we'll see just how far we can go before, you know, I gotta make, like I said, a new cavity for it, which won't be it won't be a problem. It'll fit like it's supposed to. But I'm just wondering, is there something? Am I just not getting it in there far enough, or? Feels like it's fitting exactly how it should right there, but for some reason that pop doesn't happen. That blows my mind. I can't seem to get the dang thing in. What the heck, man? Let's see if we can get. Let's use our other small tool. Kind of move this around a little bit again. It's one of those weird deals where you can't tell if like you've dremeled away like too much, because I can see that it's being pushed down, which is obviously going to happen whenever the head comes down, but I just can't tell if that's like a, what's happening here. Now I did see a guy try to tighten a waist this way, and then he left the glue and it snapped, and it actually was in his benefit, but he's like, I'm back. Yep, we're still working on Batman at this point. We did fix Hellboy. We definitely fixed Hellboy. I don't know. I guess this thing is just, this is just a factory defect. Hey Bill, do you save these streams? They will go up. They stay up. They're on my YouTube page, where you're probably watching them now. I think that's the only place you can watch them, unless somebody's like pirating this right now. Otherwise, you got 18 people to answer to. Pirate. Yeah, Leonardo. It goes up on YouTube. I'm not sure how long it takes for it to go up after it's over, but I imagine it'll be on there tomorrow. What was that? Did you hear that? Dude, check it out. All right, so we've got some glue in there right now, which is great, but hang on, wait for it. Listen very carefully. Oh, maybe I need to get it closer to my computer. Here we go. Oh, where was it? No. Oh, it popped. I heard it pop. Dang, dude, I heard it pop twice too. I think we're getting there. to my face right now. It's like I'm not even looking at it. It's like a beautiful mind. I'm like like feeling it out. Dude, I swear it popped. It's not done yet. We're this close. We're very, very close. I think if we let this, if I let this dry, it might need one more thin layer and dry, and then this baby's gonna it's gonna pop on. And it's gonna stay that way. It's weird because I mean you've got like perfect range. The motion's great. So that's really good. That's a really good. I swear, dude, I heard it pop twice, dude. That was weird, and it went. Okay, I don't want to take it out. I don't want to take it out because right now it's doing really, really well. I'm gonna let the glue kind of. I'm gonna maneuver it a little more because it's still drying right now. I put some of the Ultra Hold in there this time, and I put. Admittedly, I put more than I usually would, but before that, I dremeled it out more in the top, in the cavity. A lot of times what happens with these is, like you said, you would turn it a certain way and the head would pop off. That's because the imperfection is like, it's not round. So it's round, but it's like, there's a spot where it like kind of, like, it's like a bump almost. So when you bend it, it goes out and pops out. And that's what's happening. Yeah. It almost felt like that moment, didn't it? Yeah, it's like, doctor. I think we're there. I think we're definitely there. It's got a nice, the tightness is there, exactly how you'd want it right now. I bet you anything once this dries, this is going to be what we wanted. It's just, we got to let it dry. I get really nervous though whenever I'm working with that much super glue because I want to make sure that it doesn't dry inside. All of a sudden I touch it and it's like, oh, I can't twist it. You know what I mean? We don't want that. And not to mention, you got to go up, down, side to side, around, and then twist to make sure that it's got, you know, you want to make sure it's got all that motion because sometimes you can go to the left or right and then all of a sudden it won't go up or down. You do that, it snaps. This is a pretty strong joint though. I won't lie. I've been pressing on this thing fairly hard tonight and it's held its own. So that's really good. But oh yeah, it's hard to get out. Yeah. I don't want to like do this and it like fall out, but I mean, this thing is, I mean, you can bend it. Yeah. This is feeling great, bro. Oh, cool. Great. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry again, Leonardo, was it you at the very beginning of this? You asked me if you'd gotten the Batman. You're the one that I wasn't replying to, correct? Or I wasn't seeing your emails. While we're talking about that actually, that really bothers me. I pride myself on trying to get back. Let's see. I'm not gonna ask you your email on here. I know some people don't like to do that. Um, Oh, you know what? I'll put in Batman. And that'll be it's probably an older one. Older than March 14th, probably. I bet I've had this a minute. What time did this come in? Just to give you guys an idea, this was shipped March 13th. So sent like 5 emails? Oh my god, dude. Hang on a second. Like that doesn't make sense to me. Like that's one thing that actually doesn't ever really mess up on here. So and I'm not saying you're lying. I just want to make yeah, don't take it that way. Um so March 13th is when you shipped it, which I've got a lot of messages here. Oh man, poor freaking Tyrone, dude. Ah. Oh, well I had the last one I have from you is that was on the 12th and it's the tracking. That's it. That's literally the last one I have from you. Weird. How about that? Strange. Yeah, I've got the tracking number. That's the last one I have from you there. I usually won't be like, "Hey, great." Um, Usually when I get it, I try to say, "Hey, I got it," but sometimes I just either space or I just get right to work. Like I said, Sunday should have been a bigger day. I've got like plans on these weekends right now, so Saturdays are kind of being taken over. And like I said, as I said multiple times during the stream, but I'll say it again, I am taking April off. But if I have a repair from you during that month already, I will be working on it that month. So don't think I'm just going to wait till May to get to your stuff. I'm pretty sure, dude, I'm pretty sure we've got this thing fixed. I would be extremely surprised if this doesn't ship out tomorrow. I will check it again in the morning, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, bro, I never got anything else. It's super weird. I wonder if it went to spam. It doesn't make sense though. Really glad you showed up though. When I did fix it, I would have found you and then been like, "Hey, bro, I fixed it." But I'm still letting this dry, but as you can see, we're gonna pop the head on. Let's see what we got here. Or I can do it over here, I guess. So you know I'm not holding the neck or anything. You don't have to push that back down or anything. Still got its movement to the side, movement forward and backwards. We pop this head back on. Let's see. Don't worry about it, brother. You're fine. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. It shouldn't have went to spam though, since I trusted that email, but I don't know. Weird stuff happens. Oh yeah, we're looking good. Yeah, and that's still slightly wet in there. So that's still drying just a little bit. But yeah, we're good. I'm very confident in that he will be coming back to you tomorrow. Assuming you can pay tomorrow. Not trying to call you out, but there's sometimes people can't pay on time, and it's like, I know I take a while, but dang it. I get it. I understand sometimes, but sometimes it's just depends on the mood. But I'll get you your total. Since you messaged me on Instagram, we'll just talk there if that's okay with you. And I can send you some photos of him if you need to. Yeah, right. Leonardo's good, man. He is really good. Thanks. And hopefully you can join some more of the streams, man. That'd be cool. If not, yeah. Yeah, Tyrone, man, absolutely. Actually, I have your package as well, man. Yeah, guys, look at this. You got to see this. This is the, let me open it real quick and then we'll. Trusty razor blade. Our friend Tyrone had to send his brown suit Ryu back because what broke on it? You said the knee broke. Something else broke on it? Oh, look at this. The freaking knee broke on his holy crap, dude. This thing. This is how it arrived. Dude, your figure is like... He's in pieces, homie. Dude, no way. No. Dude, this arm is broken in this piece where I didn't fix it. I can see my light colored one right here. Yo. The elbow broke in the piece I didn't fix. Look at that. There's the one I did last time. And this is the one I didn't do. Unfreaking believable. Bro, is this like... This is insanity to me. Oh man, I got you on the we can fix this elbow too. Hey, you know what? We know what not to do on that elbow. I can't believe that, homie. Dude, this is like completely like shattered. Look at that. Did you guys see that? This is I just opened the box. Like I just opened it because he's in here. I was like, hey man, what's up? Let's Wow. Dude, I don't know, man. This feels like this feels like a KO. I feel like you got like I feel like you got I'm not trying to say anything, dude. I think you got duped. Unless you knew this was a KO, or if there is KO. Look at that, man. This whole yeah, this thing broke. This cracked just like the other joint, and just like he said, this right here cracked. Look at this, like trying to see what kind of plastic this is. Yeah, look at that. It snapped. So the knee snapped, but dude, this elbow. I don't know if you knew about the elbow or not. Dude, look at this. This is how he arrived. Like his other like the piece that I didn't fix, the joint that I didn't fix. Got it from BBTS. Dude. This is a I was going to call it a BBPOS, but he is a very cool figure. We'll get him fixed. We'll get him fixed. Man, I'm afraid to send him back. Feels like the other joints are good. Like whenever I sent him back last time, he was fine. Oh, watch it shatters. This is already broken anyway. Well, we can get it fixed. We can get it all fixed up, man. Just a little more work, but dang. I can't believe that. I can't believe the other elbow joint freaking broke. Before I ordered it, I heard horror stories about the elbows, but I have a ton of Storm with no issue. Yeah, same, dude. I've never seen. First off, I haven't seen this break. I've never seen an elbow break on these figures. I've seen the ankle joints. I've seen a lot of ankle joints break. And then for the ninjas, the Mortal Kombat ninjas, I've seen a lot of their stuff like come apart in here. I can't believe this thing, dude. This thing shattered. This, you know what's funny is not. It's funny, but not funny. This reminds me of one time my buddy, George Barreto sent me the Soda Revelations. Zangief. It was the Soda Zangief. And this thing was destroyed, man. And I fixed almost every single joint. I put in metal pegs. I redid like some of the discs. I sent it back to him. I probably redid 90% of the joints, and the 10% I didn't broke on him like a month later. I'm like, oh my God. There's nothing worse. Like if I send a figure back and my repair doesn't hold, it happens. Every now and then it happens. I feel awful, so I'll take care of it for the person, but nothing bothers me more than whenever I send a figure back and something else breaks. Because to me, especially if it's like your first time dealing with a person, it feels so, doesn't it feel shady? Like you're like, huh. And I remember I saw Tyrone's. It was like, I was like, well, I'll take care of that for you. I'll fix it for you. And in my head, all you can think is this guy's just wanting to get more money out of me. Like he just, how did he do this to make it? I'm like, I have no idea how to like do that, but it just, I don't know. I get worked up over an idea like that where I'm like, man, I don't know. I hate that this happened. That sucks. Straight up. That sucks. God, it's gotten late. I will have to work on this later, but I will work on this. I'll tell you what I will do right now, I'll heat up these pieces. The hardest figure I ever had to fix would be the 18-inch Tobey Maguire Spider-Man from Toy Biz. Oh man, I've got a post somewhere of it. It doesn't show nearly all of the work that I put into the thing. Oh, and what's up, Mario? Not so super. That's a funny name. But yeah, I put in so much freaking work on this thing, and it just I got it fixed. It was for this mom, and she was getting it fixed for a kid, and so I was really just kind of beating myself up over not being able to get it like really where I wanted it to be, and I had to rebuild a basically the waist joint that had a spring in it, and it was a bloody nightmare, straight up. Gosh, I forgot these things are a pain to get out, huh? Ugh. Forgot they've got these weird block things. This is so strange that I don't know that both of these joints look exactly the same, only different size, and uh, and they both exactly broke the same way. So that's just cheap plastic. That's just a cheap plastic. What? So what is this brown suit like an exclusive to something or? Try not to rip that back piece there. Here we go. Wow, look at that. I actually didn't do that while I was grabbing it. While I was gripping that with my pliers, look at that. I actually didn't do this, but it was broken. I could feel it like wiggling in one spot and not the other. You can see it just right, like right here. It's split. So it's split there, and here's our other piece, which we will not be trying to fix like we did last time. We will find a much safer way around this, because this plastic wouldn't hold. That's the problem that happened last time. We did this crazy elaborate repair, and it didn't hold because the plastic's just too weak. Pardon. So what I will do though is I'll go ahead and I'll super glue this together. So I've got my template. So what you do is you kind of bend this piece out right here, squish that shut. Then we attach this here, squeeze that shut. There we go. Then we'll take a little piece of paper towel. Wipe it down. Oop, doesn't matter, we're not going to need it clean. There we go. And then we've got to get the freaking elbow joint out too. God, I cannot believe that, man. That sucks, dude. Figure looks really cool. I love this brown outfit. Heat her up, pop this out, and we'll just have to make another elbow joint. I've got some joints that might come close to working for those brown ones. I had recently fixed actually a couple of the Mafex Mandalorian figures that came out. The knees are trash. Like, they're rough. There we go. Let's get that out. They're so bad. They're like just like made out of like saltine crackers. That was ridiculous. I feel like I dropped this piece earlier, didn't I? I did. I definitely dropped this piece earlier. Shoot. I feel like that happened last time. Oh, and I did find it. Yeah, I actually found it after that. Oh, so here we go. There's that. Same thing, too. It's like cracked in the center. How weird. Yeah, we'll just glue this back together as well. So I got my template again. And then what I do with that is I can, it allows me to grab a piece of plastic, obviously compare the color, which we were doing last time, and then I can um, shape a piece from scratch plastic, and then we see if it fits. If it's going to be the same size, you lay it on top of it, basically. Yeah, so if this was an exclusive, that's kind of like suspect to me. You know what I mean? Like, why is this one the one that's. I mean, this is just insane. I fixed Ken before. Yours, I think I fixed yours, and then I fixed one before that. Um, but golly, look at this thing. I mean, his headband came out during the. Somehow his headband came out. His freaking this arm. I don't even know how this arm came out. Like that's bananas. Like that's crazy to me. The arm freaking fell out. Dude. Look. Oh my god, bro. I might have Ryu for a while. Look, that's why his arm came out. This is what happens to the freaking the Mortal Kombat ninjas. Look at that. Now I have fixed this issue before, but oh my god, look at that. Look at that crack. Right there. Let me see. Is that an actual? Is it a crack or is that part of it? Hang on. Hang on. Maybe I'm tripping. I think I might be tripping here. I can't. So it's like that on both sides. So maybe that's not a break. Maybe that's a really funky. Um. So look at that. So I thought that was a crack. Sorry, that kind of tripped on that one. Let's see if I can get it in the shot. And then if you look on the other side, it just looks broken though to me. That doesn't look. I think that is broken. I think that's broken. I don't want to get too crazy with it, but I don't know. That seems like a real. The plastic is not. It looks like it's split. Pardon. Hmm. I mean, it seems to hold in there all right, so we won't maybe we won't mess with that. But man, that's suspect. Like crazy, huh? Golly, I don't think I've seen one. That's a lot of QC issues, man. That's a crazy amount of QC issues. I guess I got to get this arm back in. I guess that would help. Which way does this go in? There we go. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Probably that small heart attack. But you're like, just throw it away. At this point, just throw it away. I don't need it. Pops in. I feel like you could. It might. I say I want to tighten it, but I was like, it might end up messing something up even more. I think we'll just leave it alone. But all right. Okay. Well, that was fun. I'm glad we discovered new issues with Ryu. I didn't realize, unless you told me, and I just didn't know that the other elbow piece broke. But I thought you told me about the leg. I remembered about the knee, and I was like, that sucks, man. So I think this arm needs to pop back in a little more. These are such weird designs, man. Like I love me some of these Storm figures. I really do. And I wasn't for them whenever they first dropped, man. I was like, those are too chunky. Those figures are way too big. Like I'll never like those things. They're just too dang big. And I got a hold of them, and I was like, damn, these are pretty nice. I don't regret missing out on the original Ninjas because I actually really like Mortal Kombat 3 more than anything. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 to be specific. But so I was okay with missing those. But some of these look really cool, man. I had Sagat for a minute, and I definitely got the new Zangief just because it's freaking Geef. I mean, come on. But I would love to have. I've got Lobo, and Ares. Those big figures are really cool. I thought you did, man. I'm sorry about that. That sucks. We'll get it in order for you. Like he just like kind of crumbles on you too. Like this leg fell off, and it's kind of weird though because you can pop him back together, and he holds the poses fairly well. Like I can get him to stand on this one foot. I imagine just by balancing, I guess. Yeah, just you can't see it, but he's only got 1 foot and like half a leg and part of an arm, but he's standing on that 1 foot. So he holds the pose really well, so that's good. But anyways, we'll get this guy in order for you and we'll figure it out. You know what I mean? That's what we do here. Dang, that's so crazy though. That just kind of throws me off that there's that many QC issues with this figure. I've never heard of it before. I never heard of the, not Ryu, but I'd never heard of the broken figure. I've never gotten like this figure in. Nobody said anything to me about it, which is usually the first thing I hear about. It's like, hey, oh, somebody's going to call CREWMARU soon. And I want to check it out, but keep it on my radar. But dang, this guy really went through the ringer, man. We'll wrap him up. I'm going to wrap him up crazy tight. So, golly, yeah, this is bananas. All right, guys, I've gone on an hour and 38 minutes past the time I said I was going to get off of here. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I appreciate everybody showing up tonight. You guys kind of keep me going. You fuel me. You make me stay on way longer because I enjoy talking to y'all. I love trying to figure out these little issues here. I'm going to mess with this Batman one more time before we leave. Oh, yeah, look at that. Bro, you are set on this Batman. Yeah. Yeah, that Batman's good to go. Yeah. Very happy with the Batman. We got him. That took a little while. Sometimes that's it though. Sometimes it takes patience. God, these last two this stream and the last one, this has been crazy. Like I usually don't have this many like surprises when it comes to like fixing figures. Usually we know. Also, just a quick one, man. Leo, you sent a Mofex and a bubble mailer. You got very, very, very lucky. I'm sending this back in a tiny box. The cost isn't even close to like being that much different. Just a small little box. Generally, you can make it yourself. This right here is almost a death wish. You're lucky that Batman didn't end up like Ryu here. And Ryu came in a box. Keep that in mind. That's just bad QC issues. But I'm going to send this back in like a tiny box for you. Like something like this. Just either this or something smaller. Let's see. Fits in there just right. Nice and packed in there. It's protect your investments. You know what I mean? My wife keeps telling me I need to shoot a video about how to package and ship figures so they don't break. All right, guys. Maybe that'll be a new video. Yeah. All right. Love you guys. Always take care of each other. That's all I can really say at the end of each one of these streams. Always take care of each other. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to go play some Elden Ring for maybe an hour. And then I'm going to go get killed a lot and then go to bed very accomplished. But take care, you guys. Leo, I'll talk to you in a bit.